It's just fun being Big Red because, every time you put on the suit, you're the most popular person in town. Big Red is definitely the #1 sports fan at WKU. He's at just about every single major sporting event, everything from football to men's and women's basketball to even soccer. He does so much more than that too, and a lot of people don't realize it. He does birthday parties, he does wedding receptions. Big Red will be at other campus activities, ribbon cuttings. A lot of times just random things that you wouldn't even think about Big Red being there. I would have to say the best part about being Big Red is definitely working the football and basketball games. It's a lot of fun. Those are the two main sports that we have here on the Hill. There's lots of fans there. They're all pumped up, energetic. The atmosphere is just electric. You're kind of at the center of attention too. It's lots of fun, being able to be down on the field and down on the court, interacting with the cheerleaders and the dance team and sometimes even the players. My first event was actually a wedding reception, so there was a lot of dancing. It was just a really neat opportunity to actually be able to be Big Red. I was pretty awestruck to think that I was the one inside the suit, and it all kind of sunk in at once. Even though there's more than one Big Red, when you're in the suit, you really can't be yourself. You have to assume the personality of Big Red, so we make sure that there's not two distinct Big Reds, which can be a challenge at sometimes, but you have to take into account all of his attitude, all of his swag that he's got, and you have to become that inside the suit. You can't just be who you are outside of the suit. There's lots of challenges. Communication obviously sometimes can be pretty tough because Big Red can't talk. You have to express how you feel, and you have to communicate with other people without speaking. So you have to learn other ways to do it through expressions. Big Red can do different facial expressions, body language to get points across without talking. We've done quite a bit of training with kids because you will interact with lots of kids. There's a very good chance that at every single event you're going to run into a kid that's scared to death of you. But the main thing, a lot of times children are scared of Big Red. They may be really excited to see Big Red from a distance, and then their parents will bring them up to Big Red, and then as soon as they get close to Big Red, then they realize how big he is. They will start backing away from Big Red. You just have to understand that sometimes they are afraid. They'll train us when we first become a part of the mascot program. They'll train us how to work with kids. You have to remember to get down on their level, because as a little kid looking up at Big Red, he looks like a big tall monster. You can get down on your knees, play patty cake, do peekaboo, do some stuff that they're familiar with so that they can say, hey, this is not a big scary monster. This is just Big Red. We also work a lot on Big Red's walk, which seems kind of irrelevant, but it's actually really important because Big Red's going to be walking around a lot. We looked ridiculous when we were trying to learn it because we're outside of the suit and walking like a gorilla almost. They really stressed getting the walk down. They wanted to show us a lot of the signature moves that Big Red has, such as the belly shake, the different ways that you can move the head, and they also want you to learn how to catch stuff in your mouth when people throw it. One of the reasons why I decided to be Big Red is because of the opportunities that come with actually being the mascot. For example, this year, obviously being able to work the football and the basketball games, I really wanted to do that. We're bowl eligible this year, so whatever bowl WKU makes, I will likely be going to that. Every spring they have the NDA National Championships for dance and mascots, and it's down in Daytona Beach, Florida, every March. We are getting together our video skit and all of our paperwork to send into that. To have that opportunity is really cool.